Welcome back to episode 8 of the Layman show here. I want to come out of the gate swinging. I just wrapped up none other than solo leveling.
It was so good.
Crammed the last 4 episodes in just this morning, if my clock is correct. That was a couple hours ago. I think, were jealous that I had 4 episodes to watch.
I don't have the discipline to just sit back and like episodes come by and they're like ready to be watched, and I'm just going to choose not to watch it right now. I can't do it. So yes, I was very jealous, but the way it ended, I'm very happy with the news that came out shortly after it ended.
That you enlightened me with as we got together.
The second core of season 1 will be out later this year, and I think you
have
have a release date, don't you?
Which is wild to me.
I don't remember what it was.
Which is wild. It's this year. It just ended, and then in the same year, we're going to get the second part, and because it did leave on a cliffhanger.
I like the 2 core versions of a
I didn't know what you meant that, but...
Yeah, so it'll be one season that they literally cut in half, so they can focus on the production of one part of it and then have time to finish the second half. But you, the person who likes the show, has to wait such fewer amount of months to get more than you otherwise would have. So this structured release system that they have works. I think Bleach is doing the same thing with their 1,000-Year War. It's like 4 cores. And, yeah.
Hold on. I'm finding it. Doing a little clicking.
And then, so while you're looking, the episode 12.
Yep.
Arise. How badass is it to be a buffed up PvP hand-to-hand combat boss and a necromancer at the same time?
He did beat that guy. So obviously with the inmates, it went the way we thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
That guy was a fucking nutbag. Like, he was just killing for the likes.
I called that.
So...
Good fight, too, by the way.
It was a very good fight. And the armless guy, forgive me, I don't know his name, but he was putting up a fight.
He did.
He's cool, man. He's on. I would keep him around forever. So you got to see, like, people are starting to notice him and realize that he's got more than he's physically. He's an E rank.
And it sounds like in the society of solo leveling, the idea of a second awakening is something that is coveted, and there are organizations that look for those individuals.
I don't really want to market his as a second awakening. I don't think that it is a whole nother structure, because like a second awakening would just be, hey, let's say you went from E to A. He's now excelling past A, soon to probably be an S rank.
Well, my guess is he will run into someone else who is leveling exactly the way he is.
You think?
Oh, yeah. It's inevitable.
But he's going
to see someone like doing this randomly. He's like, wait a minute, that's what I do to select. And it's like, they're going to figure it out that, oh yeah, they're on the same path. And they're, the system chose me for whatever reason. It's coming.
Well, I do love the aspect of the armor. Invisible, lightweight,
like
doesn't
in Baldur's
hinder
Gate. You know how you can hide your armor? So same thing.
So he looks normal because he did make fun of his business partner that were going to the C rank dungeons all up and then just pushing him over.
Yeah.
But I think solo leveling is, I talk to people about it. They've either heard of it or are actively watching it. So it definitely has become I'm going to call it an anime, but
it is.
It didn't Korean. Don't they call it something different?
Cultural phenomenon. The manga is a Korean manga.
Okay, so anyway, it is a great anime.
Into an anime.
That I think is really coming out of nowhere with taking the world by storm. It is it's a unique concept. I really like it. The art style, like, we're going to end up doing a review video on this show to talk about like in-depth likes, dislikes, positives, whatever we got. But and that'll come later. This is just, I think overall they really did great. I have nothing but positive. Even the fight scene where it got sketchy. Like, it looked like they just quickly sketched, like when he was fighting at night.
I love that
animation. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and I know it was lower quality, saved some money, but like, it was cool.
And the way it like demonstrates fluidity.
Yeah. And like, I like cool. it. Like, it is.
I'm really loving this show. And it came out of nowhere too.
I'm glad you told me about it. Truly.
Yeah.
It changed like, okay, well, you earned some points that I will listen to the, possibly things that you have.
All I do is I put my ear to the ground and say, what is the community telling me to watch? And 9 times out of 10, the anime community, more so than almost any other community, is on point. If they say a show's good, it's going to be worth
and
my
you're
time.
part of that community.
I am.
Don't sell yourself short now.
Yeah, I'm going to be an admin pretty soon.
Because as we were talking about solo leveling and keeping your ear to the ground and all that kind of stuff, you did approach me with another anime. Because I was worried that, yes, we're watching Ninja Kamui, solo leveling ended, and I came, I was like, oh no, Ryan, what are we going to watch? And he had one in his back pocket. He said, don't worry, my boy, I have this.
And we're actually going to watch the trailer. So
okay,
the trailer of the week
we're going to sail in with this trailer.
Is called Kaiju number 8.
Kaiju number 8.
And it starts April 13th.
All right.
I don't want to tell you anything other
Where
than
do we watch it?
Great question.
Okay, I'll find that out for us.
Maybe Crunchyroll?
I would assume most things end up on Crunchyroll unless you're some oddball and you're in High Dive.
Yeah, so let's get to the trailer and then we'll react to it.
That sounds good.
All right, so this is Kaiju number 8. I'm not going to tell you anything about it.
I know nothing about it, but I did find out that it is on Crunchyroll.
That's right.
So,
here we go.
Place of comfort, and I'm ready.
俺たちの戦いは全てが終わった後から始まる。誰かに注目されるわけでもない。だが、それが俺たちの日の当たらない怪獣との戦いだ。
So I guess after kaiju are killed, there has to be a
Okay, so a
process.
kaiju's a beast.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Godzilla would have told you that.
防衛隊目指してんだってよ。すごいって夢なんて。
隊長の足の皆さん。
私防衛隊員になる。
Like a military for the kaiju.
Yeah, like a special force to take down Godzillas.
Yep.
だよな。俺もう一回防衛隊員目指。
That'd be terrifying. Oh my god.
逃げますよ、先輩。くそ、怪獣がなんだ。俺やっぱ諦めない。あいつの隣に行かなきゃなんねえ。俺がフォローします。それじゃあ始めようか。
篠宮キコル、趣味は怪獣殺し。命の保証などみじんもない。
進め。
私があんたを殺すから。
討伐する。絶対諦めねえ。
殺処理します。
絶対諦めねえ。
怪獣8号。この個体は防衛隊がコードネームをつけた8体目の怪獣となりました。
So it turns out he becomes apparently the 8th kaiju that they've ever had to fight. He develops into one.
So he is one.
Yeah,
I was a little confused. So what's happening here?
Okay, so it sounds like there's a defense force that fights kaijus.
Okay, that is just monsters.
There's a cleanup crew, and I'm guessing the main character starts out as a cleanup crew, but he wants to be on the defense force.
Because would you want to be slicing up those giant monsters?
Sure, it pays well. And then he gets a part of the force, and then one night, an alien comes and
gets in him,
mouth fucks him, and he apparently turns into a kaiju.
So where do we go from there? Is he still going to fight kaijus?
Show.
Okay,
that's the show.
All right.
Yeah, Kaiju number 8.
Now I will say, not 100% sold. Nothing wowed me there.
And I like trailers that make you ask a lot of questions and don't give a lot of answers, other than the fact that the dude obviously turns into like it's his superpower, turning into a kaiju.
Is it weird that when I saw that, it kind of reminded me of Dorohedoro, and then I shut my brain off a little bit, and then it was like, oh, okay,
Okay, so
I knew this was gonna hurt you.
Yeah, one of the worst opinions you've ever had on the show is that you said Dorohedoro was awful, and it's S tier anime to me.
Apparently.
So, yeah.
That's what you say, and that's apparently what other people say, but...
Yes, it's fantastic, and I feel like if you didn't watch it to want to hate it, you would have loved it. Same thing with Vinland Saga. But anyway, this I would highly encourage, even though it doesn't look like it. If you gave it about 2 or 3 episodes to go, oh, I see now, I'm going to assume that you would be on board to watch.
Look, I don't have anything else to watch. We finished solo leveling, so I have a spare couple minutes to try it.
Yeah, I mean...
And I'll give it 3, because I think that's what over the time of doing this, we've chosen that 3 is a healthy amount to make a good decision.
Yes.
because yes, things will get better or worse, but did it keep you like wanting to go back because it looked good, sounded good, fights were cool, monsters are neat, those little things.
Premise is nice.
Yeah.
And then it gives you enough to chew on to go, I want to see what happens next.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
I've been looking forward for this anime for 2 years now.
What?
Oh yeah, it's been like a long time coming.
Holy shit.
I knew this was coming, and all of a sudden it was like here, and I was like, oh my god, I've been waiting for all this time because everyone says it's going to be amazing, and the manga's great, and we're all going to be in for a treat. So I'm like, fuck, let's go. And it's been so long since I've heard about this, and it's here now, and I'm going to go into this, and I'm going to assume that by the end of it, you're going to be like, yep, that was a great show.
Okay, so yes, by that trailer, and I think that was like the newest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, you're doing more of the convincing than the trailer is.
Well, because I think it's meant to be. So most of the people that are watching the trailer have already a slight inkling as to what they're getting themselves into. And like me, I read about why it was like really good without getting spoilers.
Right.
So I saw like, and you're right, I did see hints of Dorohedoro. I don't know if it was in the animation.
I think it was the art style. I'll be honest. That's what like kind of.
And I didn't see who was making. Did you see who the developing studio was? Can you look it up?
Yeah.
Because remember, Mappa did Dorohedoro, and it was this really gritty animation. I loved it. I thought that animation was awesome for what that
Animated
was.
by Production IG with Studio Kahara supervising.
Okay. I'm gonna go out and say I don't really know much of what they've done. Someone out there's gonna take my anime card for that, but yeah, it's I wonder what their history
I'm taking a look real quick to see if we can
shows
find
are, and
anything.
if I've seen anything of them, or at least heard of anything they've done.
Production IG is also partnered with Lucasfilms on Disney Plus series Star Wars Visions, Ninth Jedi. Nothing really crazy.
Okay, so I'm interested to see if another studio can come to the forefront and say, like, impress me.
Right, like it's fairly new. You haven't watched anything from them.
Yep, never heard of them. That doesn't mean they haven't done anything. It just means they haven't come across my radar.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to downplay what they're doing, but this might be
exactly.
one that gets you on their fan base. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you make a good show, I'm right there. Yeah, that's all it takes. And
All right. We'll circle back. It's coming out soon.
Yeah.
About a week and some change. And
Solo Leveling's over. It comes out on Saturdays, so we can get
so
together.
same structure.
Yeah.
I think that's when... No. Was Solo Leveling Thursdays?
Solo is a Saturday.
Saturday. That's what I thought.
Invincible is Thursday.
Which, that's almost coming to an end. We do have today the last episode.
Wait, is it the 4th today?
Yes. Thursday.
Well, I think that means we should roll right into it. What are you thinking so far about
Invincible? Oh, man. Oh, man. This is a fucking good show.
Can we just talk about the fact that they have taken Rex as a character and went like, I bet you didn't think we were going to make him develop. And he's developing to me.
Look, I am slowly trying to process the medical advances in technology that this has, because Shrinking Ray has survived.
Just him and Rex.
Rex got shot in the head and survived and eviscerated and bled out. And he survived. Then you have William's boyfriend.
Yes.
And Donald.
I'm loving that storyline.
Like,
Donald's like
Yes.
coming to terms with the fact that he is 95% robot at this point.
yeah, because Cecil let him see here. I love what Cecil said to him was, remember, you asked for this.
And and the scene where Cecil was like, because Donald was upset, and he was like, you didn't have the right to hold this from me. And he was like, I didn't take the call on this one, buddy.
You made the decision.
You every time did. And I'm slowly really liking Donald as a character.
Yeah, even Cecil, like, he's a genuine dude.
I was just about to say, and Cecil is exactly who I would want running that
He
organization.
looks up for obviously you have to make some hard decisions,
Yeah.
but the way he's offering to take care of the purple baby.
Yes.
And I
Immortal,
think,
about how he's trying to handle Immortals.
go take a break. Like, but with the babysitter of, the new kid, the caregiver.
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned about her. There's something fishy about
Actually,
her.
I thought she was the only one that would make sense for the job. There's no secrets you have to hide.
Yeah,
There's no,
which I did like.
It's all out there on the table. Give me your honest feedback as somebody who knows everything going on. I wouldn't want anyone else babysitting.
Yeah, and I'm glad she made that decision. But I think this story has the love interest between Amber and... I forget his name, too.
Mark.
Okay, yep, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're even developing with even a relationship, well, undeveloping with Amber and Mark. Because that's a tough situation, man.
And it's a love story, and I'm usually not on board for it, but the way they're handling the storyline between the two of them and the divide that a superhero has with a regular
Yeah.
civilian.
Couldn't imagine.
It's just a very realistic portrayal of what that relationship would be like.
There was it was the it was the realization of what could happen that Amber had was when the girl showed up with her hand on the back of her neck.
Annalisa?
And apparently, like, fan base, she's like great. Like, they really like her as a character.
I'm liking her already.
Yeah, because she wasn't being destructive. Mark was the asshole.
She saved those lives.
She did, just to prove a point.
So they are sending her, I'm sure, as the diplomatic version to get because, listen, the reason she didn't kill Mark is because they know Earth has a special something that they want.
Yes, all the superheroes.
How the fuck did Nolan get to the point for where he was what he was? He came here on an assignment, and the motherfucker just went AWOL.
In a fraction of their time.
In one human's lifetime.
Yep. And they're like, well, what happened? And he's still alive, obviously still strong, something like he's getting better. Then you have Alan out there getting swolled up.
Another great, they're handling that storyline fantastic.
And I didn't think I'd like Alan so much because of, like,
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's voice. He doesn't change his voice. He is who he is.
He's doing the Seth Rogen thing with the character,
and
but
it works.
somehow it's not deterring my interest in his character.
But
which, bravo.
He is swolled up. He is, well, that one, he's faked. He got taken away.
Yeah.
You know, and
he had the little...
Yeah, well, his one eye open.
Winking at us. His only eye. Yeah.
But I think I really love the series. I will rewatch it when they're all
like
done.
A complete set.
Yeah, because I think in the first chunk, I should probably rewatch because the end of the last episode with the big brain guy, I kind of forgot a lot about his story and like why he hates Mark. And I know it was just because multi-universes and I don't know what it is with superheroes and comics and the multiverse. Is that necessary in everything?
Yeah.
They all have it. And like with the Spider-Man movie where there was 40 different Spider-Man, like,
Into the Spider-Verse or something.
Yeah. And like, it's cool and all. It's a cool concept, but like, I think it's getting played out, in my opinion. I don't think,
the limitless possibilities of reality.
Right. I believe that's
constantly. Yeah.
Is there an alternate world in which you and I exist on another plane? Yeah, believable, maybe. I don't see a possibility. But I think with Invincible, with the last episode coming out today, we're on top of Solo Leveling review. We're going to do an Invincible Season 2 review.
Yep.
So we're going to have a couple more videos that we want to deep dive into these things because obviously Solo Leveling was the new kid on the block, really swaying for us. And Invincible was one we wanted to for so much. You know what I mean?
We waited for a long time for Invincible.
Yep.
And we were not... The fact that we're not even the slightest bit disappointed, they're doing such a good job.
And they promised that the next one won't take as long.
Yes. And do you know who I'm waiting to come back into the show, because he's a big part of the comic, is Battle Beast. I want to see that motherfucker in Season 2. I don't care if it's for one scene.
Oh, no, I hope he comes
He's
back.
apparently on the level of a Viltrumite.
Yeah.
I want to see Battle Beast fuck somebody up.
There was a meme I read because I get fed Invincible things on Reddit now.
Yeah.
And it was like, let's talk about the strength of the floor that they were fighting on. And that's in the tower.
Yeah.
Mark wasn't breaking the floor. Battle Beast wasn't breaking the floor. Nothing. Just held the world up. It was fine. Of the top floor penthouse of this building.
That's true.
But no, I think, because when you think about things like when you're getting, so now Alan's going to be a competitor.
Yep.
Mark will be a competitor. Obviously, Battle Beast won't be friends with him, but it would be cool to see him like maybe approached about it. Do you want to find how good you really are?
And I want to see where his morals line up when he's like forced to make a tough decision. Because you can tell he's almost like the Goku of this universe, where all he wants to do is fight strong people.
Yeah, to prove his strength.
That's right. So like, is there going to become a time where he has to pick the good team versus the bad team, the good thing to do versus the bad thing to do? I want more Battle Beast as a character.
Oh,
That's
I do
my
too.
want with this.
He was too intelligent, too strong, too cool to just
too
write
much
off for an
ass
episode.
To just be like, hey, Battle Beast, can you want to come in for one episode?
And he's like, and he decided, all right, guys, I'm
and then
out.
Dipped.
You guys ain't worth my time.
Went through a portal back to his own place, wherever that is.
Right, that would be pretty cool. But I definitely want to come back and do a deep dive on Invincible, talk about everything we've seen in it, what, obviously what we thought about it, and give it the old layman's review.
The relationship dynamics are really good in the show. Like you said, like William and his boyfriend, great storyline. Donald, great storyline. Debbie, great storyline.
Yeah.
Mark Amber, great storyline. Adam Eve, great storyline.
I just think there's just
fucking Invincible.
I'm ready for Adam Eve and Invincible to get together, hit the plow town, but it's itching. It's there. It's coming.
And then they're going to have their own. Man, I still don't know who he ends up with, but I like how they're handling the Amber situation.
I mean, at one point, like much like famous people, they usually tend to date other famous people.
Because they can relate to their
So
lifestyle.
it would make sense for heroes to date heroes.
But
I mean, look at Superman and Lois Lane. That was a problem.
Yeah, but
that was a weak point for him.
Well, it's also because didn't he lie to her for a long time?
You have to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you just saw, like we said earlier, like Amber could have been ended in a fraction of a second. The minute that he flinched, done. And that's tough because, like, now, would that have happened to Adam Eve? No. Could it be done? Sure. But I think her ability protects her. Like, other superheroes have different abilities.
She snuck up on Mark, too.
Yeah?
It would have happened to Mark if she wanted it to.
Yeah, but she wouldn't have been able to kill him as easy. Like
she beat his ass pretty easy.
Absolutely. Everybody does. That's the whole point of the show, is to watch Mark Grayson get his ass beat.
Who else wants to beat up on Mark? I am looking forward to him actually being able to beat some ass versus being able to
He just has no fighting ability. Viltrumites are trained to fight.
Yeah.
So he thinks that he's good. He's obviously a child, but
he's making strides though.
He is. But I love when he gets hit and then like his goggles burst out, he's become a purple pulp.
Yeah.
By the end of it, which I find entertaining.
Oh, look, another episode of Mark getting his ass whipped.
Yeah, of him crying
When does
blood.
the brain damage start? You know? God damn. Even for a Viltrumite.
The thing's rattling around in there. But he's half human.
Right, yeah, right.
And I think we're going to see some development out of his brother. Because I think he's going to, obviously he's running, talking. He's developing in 2 episodes he'll probably be in his between 5 and 10 by the end of this next episode.
You think that he's in season 3?
Yes. And I think he's going to be useful. Because I think he's getting raised right. He really likes Mark and Debbie. And like those things are there. I don't know. I would like to see him be something.
I guess my question was, do you think he's going to age really quickly, something happened and he's killed?
I'd also be okay with that. Sad as that sounds, but I'd be all right.
Yeah.
Because, you want to build that. Because obviously the show has no issue taking away things that we enjoy. Which we like that.
I don't know how in 2024 you can make a superhero show with all the played out tropes that we talked about and make it as enjoyable as they've made Invincible. I have nothing but positive things to say.
Yeah, I agree. And I think
we're just show.
And we're like at the start of it still because we're only at season 2.
Oh, there's going to be like 5, 6, 7
I would at least
seasons.
5, 6 is what I'm hoping for because I know things have referenced 3 and 4 already.
What a great show!
So,
just
but
fantastic.
In the meanwhile, there are a couple other shows I want to bring up.
Okay.
I know you've started one, and Ark, the survival. The game in which you said, or no, it was lies. I don't even think you told me. A game that I accidentally picked up, put into my PlayStation, and regretted it. Okay, but when I saw this, I said, well, this has dinosaurs and stuff, so this is kind of like right up Ryan's alley.
It is.
So,
and I love Ark.
You did like the game. You did
played
praise
it for like 400 hours. Yep.
So now, how many episodes are you in?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. It's on Paramount Plus.
And better than I expected.
Okay, that was what I was about to ask.
All I'm going to say is it's better than I thought it was going to be. Some really cheap gimmick, and so far through I think 3 episodes, I'm pleasantly surprised with it not being trash.
Okay.
It would have been very easy to make this a mail-in and not.
There's only 6 episodes
to the source material, right? They have original music.
Okay.
The fact that the dodo is one of the first things in the show, and the girls carrying around the dodo, which actually existed.
Okay.
And they to the point of extinction because they don't do anything, and they probably tasted delicious.
They did. They apparently tasted very good because we ate them into obliteration.
Yeah, we actually literally ate them to extinction. But there's just little nuggets for the fans that are there.
Okay.
That if you play the game,
is there that in the game? Do you win? Or do you just?
I never beat it.
Okay, so you don't know if there was a true ending.
I'll tell you right now. I spent 400 hours literally just going to tame dinosaurs, building up a base, literally then going out.
My eyes are starting to water because 400 hours.
I treated it as if it was like a Sims game. It was the most fun, relaxing. I didn't do the PvP thing at all. Did not invade anyone. I didn't get invaded. I literally was like, I want to treat this like a sandbox that I'm in by myself and go do whatever I want to do. And it never ceased to hold my interest.
And obviously good enough to make a TV show. Granted, Paramount, but
and the second game's out now too.
There's another game.
Ark 2? Yeah. It's not on PS5 though. It's only PC and Xbox.
Okay, so
right now
I'm going to give it a watch. Look like they're short episodes. The average,
they're 45 minutes.
The average rate on each episode is between 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty good.
It is.
In my world.
It is.
I'm not mad about that. So
I'm enjoying it.
I will watch it. He'll probably finish it, and we'll come back and have a discussion on how Ark was, because someone who hated the game and couldn't do anything, and then invested over 400 hours into a game that is just mind-blowing to me.
Loved it.
And
I don't want to hear it. 400 million hours of WoW.
You know what? I will do my slash played. But speaking of WoW, it's,
we're nailing these segues.
When the heart's moving, the heart's moving. So I love World of Warcraft, as everybody knows.
Oh yeah,
it is my one and only game that I really, if it stopped, I don't know what I would do.
I genuinely think you'd go into a depression.
Yes.
Like if we had a notice of like January 1st, 2025, WoW servers will be shut down indefinitely.
Oh boy, oh God. Don't even. I'm sweating already.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to have a waking nightmare.
But they did come out with a new style of game, and I think it's appealing to not just Warcraft people. What makes it like comforting for me to step out of my comfort zone of the MMO style of what Warcraft is. Obviously it's a battle royale that is built with Warcraft features. Characters, looks, moves, stuff like that. But it is a battle royale, so much similar to Apex, Fortnite, PUBG. Shrinking base. Obviously they're a little late getting in the game, I think.
In just the battle royale sphere at all. And
I was a little hesitant.
A WoW battle royale.
It's a small 6-week thing.
Like an event.
Yeah. You're pirates, you're plundering.
So it's not a game. It's like a game mode.
Yeah, it is separate. So like Warcraft is an options up here, and then you have to click into to another game.
Got it. But it's only available for 6 weeks.
Because I think it was a test run. My assumption is they're going to do more with it, because it is going over fairly good. Like it's so you're in it with 60 people or 30 teams. Like you can log in with a friend, or you can play by yourself. The idea is you collect things, you find abilities, you try to be number one. And it definitely only appealed to me because it's in Warcraft. It's in the same client in which I'm comfortable with. So I was like, I'll try. You can stay away from everybody for the most part, because I'm there for they tied it with the live game, where you get in-game stuff if you do certain things, which is tough because you have to do so much. It's a little grindy, but Warcraft in itself is grindy.
And the only thing I have in my head going is the dollar signs for how they're going to monetize the fuck out of this.
But here's the thing, though. I'm okay with that if they make it free to play. Right now, you have to have a subscription to play it. But over this last weekend, they did an event they got a bunch of creators, not just Warcraft content creators, but like other streamers and YouTubers and stuff. Like Asmongold was on it. Okay. Like he was involved in it. So they got 60 of them. They put them on teams, but they played. But they gave out keys to these people for free. They then were gifted keys to give to their viewers, like stuff like that. So like the next step would be that they separate it from Warcraft, because they marketed it in Warcraft as a 10.26, which is a patch in the game, but it wasn't. It has nothing to really do with the game. It's a separate. They just need to pull it off and make it its own, like Overwatch, Diablo, like it is its own thing. Yeah. Using Warcraft stuff because that's just comfortable. But I think they need to make it free. And then if you want cosmetics, like much like the Battle Royale games, they do, by all means. And you know what? I'm fine with that. But it's just cosmetics. It's not to win. It's not pay to win. Do you want to look better? And I know you hate that because it's just
I don't want to yuck a yum. If it's cosmetic only, that's fine.
Yep.
If there's going to be like ways to circumvent the grind of the game, or if they make the grind of the game much harder than it has to be in order to get you to go, fuck it, I don't have another hour. What is it, $20? Take
right.
it.
Right.
I'm not playing that bullshit.
And I'm good, but I think they need, obviously Blizzard needs to grow. If Warcraft's great, separate it, make it free. If you want a different skin, you want a hat, whatever, pay $5, sure. But that's not necessary. At the end of the day, you can still play the game.
If they are listening, that's exactly what they should do.
Yep.
They need to get out of the framework of this subscription model. If they're going to grow the universe of WoW to be what it used to be, the only way they're going to get there is lifting the thing that they are requiring you to pay.
Right.
So if you want new people, they're going to have to come in for like a 6-month free trial or something, or
and
a
I think that's
2-month
fine.
free trial.
I think because like right now you can play Warcraft without a subscription up to like level 20, I think. But Plunderstorm to me,
I didn't even know they did that. That was actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, you just get your feet wet, you understand the game, see if you like it.
And it takes a couple hours to get to 20,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Like if you're learning the game, yes, it would.
Right.
And I think with Plunder Storm, I definitely think it was a cool step in the right direction. Is it ideally like what I'm, 100% for? I will continue to play World of Warcraft with the thought of like, hey, I'll get on Plunder Storm for a few.
Right.
Because I die. Like I will never win. And I'm okay. I got rank 2 by hiding. They call them some kind of rats or something.
So wait a minute, it's live already.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh.
We're in week 3. Yesterday started week 3.
And what are your impressions of it so far?
I like it. It's fun. It's different. It's quick, which is nice. So if you die, you can log right back in, do another one. It took me a minute to get the controls down and the idea of like, Warcraft auto attacks. This does not. But I think as like, Warcraft born and raised 20 years of playing this, I was perfectly fine going into it. I think it was a neat concept. I think it's just, I'm glad to see them doing something
I'm not
different.
hearing like you're going to ever
Me
go
personally, that's not my style of play.
Battle Royale.
Because you have to be good. Now, I excel in World of Warcraft. I'm competitive in that because I like it. Battle Royale, like would I play and log in, try a couple times with a buddy or something? Sure. I'm good with that.
Okay.
But as like my new cup of tea, absolutely not. Because it falls in the range of like that style of game. It's PvP. I'm not a PvPer. Never will be.
Your new cup of tea, what we need to keep playing is Baldur's Gate.
And we will. We're getting back into that. I'm itching for that. I want it.
Reroll.
Yep. Ready to restart, re-roll. I'm good.
A little while ago, I was dead set on finish what we've done. But we've been disconnected for so many weeks now.
Yep.
That it's re-rolling doesn't sound like a bad idea.
And I think we'll be faster at it.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
Like, we all know how to play.
Yes.
We understand, like, I have a new character idea. I'm actually torn between 2. I did tell you one earlier.
Yeah.
But I want to be the sneaky rogue, stealthy killer, or actually press on with my initial thought of being a druid.
And I am going to be a beat the fuck out of you necromancer.
Oh, yes, because I remember you were torn. You were talking about doing a bard.
Yeah.
Something different that you never played. God. But I think the idea, thanks to solo leveling with
Yes.
that beat your ass necromancer, because you're raising corpses yet knocking people in the mouth, that sounds really cool. And I think our other 2, obviously the people we play with, will be thrilled that they might be back into playing a game.
Yeah.
I definitely think
enjoyed our playtime.
I did, and I'm looking forward to it. And I have,
and I'm just very excited at the fact that you want to do something other than WoW.
Yeah,
In a video, as
odd.
a video game.
It's odd. It's like, wait, brain, what?
Yeah, you want to play a different game?
And I keep telling myself, because I want to do more things on the computer. Like there's other games that like friends of mine want me to start trying, like Dead by Daylight and stuff like survival games. Mm-hmm. And
Power World.
And I'm okay with that because I got to start using more things for my computer, make it more than just a Warcraft rig. But I'm interested in trying other games. Now, obviously, they will never take me away, but it will be something I'll try for an hour or 2, and then I'll just go crawl back into Warcraft, cozy up, and I'd be living perfectly fine. We're talking about new styles of games and stuff. I just want this to be real quick because none of us have played it. Dragon's Dogma 2. Sorry, that's it. Dragon's Dogma 2.
I have a lot to say at Dragon's Dogma.
Should we do this a separate video at one point?
We almost might because it's going to be a long.
We're deep in.
Oh my God.
And I've probed the community, but obviously you do not have the game.
So I have not bought it yet.
Okay.
I'll give you the 2-sentence version of.
Yeah, sell me the elevator pitch.
No, it's not a pitch.
No, but just explain what your thoughts and the issues, and then we'll deep dive another video.
The core of the game is fantastic.
Okay.
The bones of what Dragon's Dogma is fantastic.
Okay.
The fluff around it. A lot of people reviewed the game, and apparently some did not know about the fact that there was going to be microtransactions, and they're not actually. That's it.
Trigger.
Because there was like so many. You can only buy like 1 crystal to fast travel. You can only get 1. I haven't played yet, so I don't remember.
I know that like there is a finite resource of teleports and
it gets
go
you
backs
1 more
and stuff like that.
And by the way, it doesn't increase the max. It's just 1 of your 10 that you might be able to have, or however many it is.
Okay.
So I feel like the blowback for the game was so much more because everyone was caught off guards by the microtransactions, more so than the microtransactions being a negative impact on the game.
I've also heard the frame rates were pretty piss poor.
That is the other thing. The frame rates are not great. On any PS5,
right, I've
Xbox,
heard there isn't
PC,
one that's better. It's
not.
just shit across the board.
It's not great.
Okay.
We're talking like in cities with a lot of NPCs, mid 30s, high 20s, and then when you're out in the world or whatnot, it might get 45, 50.
So that's not even good.
No.
It's just, it's
The
passable.
frame rate is a reason why, and this is why I know the bones of the game are great, because everyone will tell you, yes, the frame rate sucks. Yes, the microtransactions are there to use if you want to.
Sure, they're not being forced.
But the bones of the game are great.
Okay.
And for that reason alone, I will be purchasing the game.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give it a little bit of time, maybe a couple
They
patches
did do a
come
patch
out.
or two already. I think they've
I'm
changed
not-
some things.
I'm not looking for locked 60, but can we get closer to 60 FPS if it's possible?
So you're still holding hope for this game.
I'm going to play it. I will play Dragon's Dogma 2. I've been looking forward to it for a long time. I will play it. A little bit discouraged with the frame rate thing because to me that is a big deal. I bought
Sure,
a next
this
gen.
day and age.
I bought a PS5. I thought the days of 30 FPS gaming was behind me.
Like you made it for a PS2.
It's like-
you know what I mean? Like, you made a game that
What?
everybody's looking forward to, that you're struggling through, and which honestly, like we watch anime and we things that like visually, if it's not appealing, be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I don't want to be like an FPS bro because I don't really care as much as a lot of people do. But man, sub 30 in some scenes on a PS5.
Right.
That just seems like it's not very well optimized. Like
I agree.
objectively speaking, do better.
So if you do buy it in the next couple days, couple weeks, I think we'll circle back and get your play thought through that.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're just reading articles.
That's right.
But
And I want to be able to experience it
Yes.
myself and formulate my own
Yep.
opinions and like let the internet sit where the internet lie and take it for what the
For
opinions
sure.
are, what they are, formulate my own.
I believe that's necessary and
Yeah.
something that you were looking so much forward to.
Being
But-
the RPG fanboy that I am.
It looked good. When we watched it, I thought it was a neat concept.
Until you knew it was single player, you were like,
That's it. I was
we're
in.
buying it today.
I'm in. I was ready to climb up the neck of a dinosaur and slice its eyeballs out. and
Dragon,
do-
but fine.
sure. But anyway, I think that is the end of episode 8 of the Layman Show. And if you like what we did, doing, and will do, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you at episode 9.
See ya.